Well, hello. Thanks for coming back. So check it out. We're going to now learn about network interface cards, often called NICs. Let's get into it. So a network interface card, a NIC or a network adapter, it's a very important hardware component. It's used to provide network connections for devices like computers, servers, and these kinds of things. So with its wide applications, there are various types of network interface cards. So you've got PCIe cards and server network cards. In this video, we're going to take you on a full exploration of this hardware component from what it is, a network interface card, to its function, components, and types. All right, so network interface card. It's a NIC, or network interface controller. It's typically a circuit board that's installed on the computer to connect to the network. It works as an indispensable component for the network connection of computers, actually. But currently, NIC cards, designed as a built-in style, are commonly found in most computers and some network servers. Network cards, like server network cards, can also be inserted into expansion slots of devices. So defining a NIC is very simple, but what does a network interface card do, and what is the true function? Well, working as an interface at the TCP/IP layer, a NIC can transmit signals at the physical layer and deliver data packets at the network layer. So no matter what layer the network interface controller lies, it acts as a middleman between the computer server and a data network. So when a user requests a web page, the LAN card, or NIC, gets data from the user device and sends them to the server on the internet, then receives the required data back from the internet to display it for the users. Now, conventionally, a network adapter mainly consists of a controller, boot ROM socket, one or several NIC ports, a motherboard connection interface, LED indicators, a profile bracket, and some other electronic components. But every component of a LAN card has its unique function. There's the controller, which is like a mini CPU, processing data received. As a core part of a network adapter, the controller directly decides the performance of the network adapter. Boot ROM socket. So this socket on the card enables boot ROM capability. Boot ROM allows diskless workstations to connect over the network, increasing security and lowering the cost of the hardware. NIC port for cable or transceiver. So usually this port will connect with an Ethernet cable or transceiver directly, which can generate and receive the electronic signals that are put on the network cable or fiber cable. Bus interface. It's an interface that is on the side of the circuit board, which serves as a connection between the NIC and computer or server being plugged into their expansion slot. LED indicators are used to help users identify the working status of a network card, whether the network is connected and data is transmitted. Profile bracket. There are two types of profile brackets on the market today. One is called the full height bracket with a length of 12 centimeters. The other is a low profile bracket with a length of 8 centimeters. So this bracket can help users fix the NIC to the expansion slot of a computer or server. So these network interface cards can be classified into different types just on the basis of different features like host interface, transmission speed, and application fields. So let's have a look at some of the details. Now, based on the way a network card accessing the network is, there are wired NICs and wireless NICs. So as the name might imply, a wired NIC usually has to connect to a node onto a network with a cable like Ethernet cable or fiber optic cable. A wireless NIC often comes with a small antenna, which uses radio waves to communicate with the access point to get involved in a wireless network. ISA, or Industry Standard Architecture Network Card. The ISA bus was developed in 1981, which was a standard bus architecture for IBM compatibles. Now, due to the low card speed of 9 megabits per second, the ISA bus interface is now no longer recognized as a type. It's kind of hard to find in today's stores. You might look on eBay. PCI, Peripheral Component Interconnect Network Card. So the PCI bus was developed in 1990 to replace the previous ISA standard. It has a fixed width of 32-bit, 133 megabyte per second transmission data, and 64-bit, 266 megabytes per second transmission data. So this type of NIC was first used in servers and later on gradually applied to PCs. And today most PCs don't have expansion cards, but rather devices integrated into the motherboard. And as a result, PCI network cards have been replaced by other bus interfaces like PCI-X or USB interfaces. Now, so PCI-X, Peripheral Component Interconnect Extended Network Cards. So this is the enhanced PCI bus technology. It operates at 64-bit and is capable of up to 1,064 megabytes per second. Now, in many cases, a PCI-X is backward compatible with PCI NIC cards. PCIe, Peripheral Component Internet Express Network cards. Well, yeah, PCIe is the latest standard and is now most popular on computers and server motherboards. PCIe NICs are available in 5 versions now, and each version supports 5 types of lanes at different speeds. The Universal Serial Bus, or USB Network Interface Card. So USB is an external bus standard. It has 3 versions with different data rates and can actually work together with a variety of devices. In addition, the wireless network card is also a type of NIC card, which is designed for Wi-Fi connection. According to different cables connected, 4 types of NIC ports can be found in the market. RJ45 is the port that's used to connect with a twisted pair cable like Cat5 and Cat6. AUI is the port used for thick coax cable, like an AUI transceiver cable. A BNC port would be for thin coaxial cable, like BNC cable. And an optical port for transceivers, like 10G and 25G transceivers. Now, based on different speeds, there are 10 megabit per second, 100 megabit per second, 10 100 megabit per second adaptive cards, 1000 megabit per second, 10 gigabit Ethernet, 25G, or even higher speed network cards on the market. 10 megabit per second, 100 megabit per second, and 10 100 megabit per second adaptive NICs are suitable for small LAN, home uses, or day-to-day offices. 1000 megabit per second NICs provide a higher bandwidth in the gigabit network. As for the 10 gigabit and 25 gigabit NIC or even higher speed NICs, well, they're welcomed by large enterprises or data centers. The computer NIC card. So today, most computers have a NIC built into the motherboard, so a separate LAN card is often not needed. It commonly comes with 10 100 megabit per second and 1 gigabit per second speeds and allows one PC to communicate with other PCs or networks. Now, the main function of a server network card is to manage and handle network traffic. Compared with ordinary PC network adapters, server adapters usually require faster transmission speeds like 10G, 25G, 40G, and even 100G. Plus, server adapters have low CPU occupancy rate since it has a special network controller that can take many tasks from the CPU. So to meet users' different speed demands of server adapters, FS has released 10G PCIe adapters and 25G, 40G NIC cards. Built with the Intel controller, those PCIe adapters support multi-core processors and optimization for server and network virtualization. All right, my friends, that wraps it up. Now you know all about network interface cards.